wasted so much time on people who should've just been ignored. If I slow down now, I'll pump the brakes. What was it all for? What was it all for? What was it all for? I'ma make this shit count, though.
So you explain. Sorry, what was this a cis girl then? Sorry.
It's just a term for just a genetic girl. Just a girl.
Okay.
Cisgendered, transgendered.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
The top girls started working with trans girls. The Riley Reeds, the Angela Whites, the Phoenix Maries, the a lot of those girls started working with Aubrey Cade and Emma Rose and all the top trans girls. So that kind of changed the game because the agents couldn't. It was tougher for the agents. It's easy for them to tell guys no because guys are easily replaceable, but the girls are their cash cows. So if the girls want to do the scenes, it was tougher for them to tell those girls no.
Okay. And I guess it's a good crossover for the cis girls to do the scenes with.
I think they were just interested in being with a trans girl, to be honest. I think it was just something on a lot of girls' bucket list to get fucked by a trans girl, you get paid for it too. I think it was an easy sell for a lot of them. And so that really kind of, and again, as Twitter, which is a big thing of the adult industry, becomes more and more woke and moves to the left, it becomes harder to be anti-trans because you get called out on it. And none of these girls, they want to be popular, not called out. So yeah, it was tougher for them to say no.
So scene-wise, is there a different rate of pay? This is a silly question, but I've had many.
I don't know. Maybe. I can't answer that because I would. Again, I haven't worked for anybody in so long, and I'm not a cis girl or a trans girl, so
no,
I couldn't really tell you that.
Sorry, male talent
For
wise.
me,
like, yes. Like if
you get paid a little more. You get paid a little. Gay porn used to pay a lot more than straight porn, so trans porn would pay somewhere in the middle of that.
Okay.
But I think that's changed. I think now it's pretty much all even
across the board.
Because I think, again, nobody wants to get called out. So if you pay somebody more for doing a trans girl, you're assuming there's like something negative about that trans girl. So no one wants to do that anymore. Same thing with interracial, right? The girls used to charge more for doing black guys, but that
honestly.
Yeah. So that became like, oh, why are you charging more? You don't want to do a black guy? It costs, you know what I mean? And so they had to stop doing that too. So
I knew there was like a thing, obviously, with the interracial element of it, and certain women didn't want to do it and stuff. And obviously, each to their own. It's your body. If you don't want to do that, then that's fine. But I didn't think it's stupid of me to think this. I guess this is quite naive. I didn't think they'd say, okay, I'll do the scene with Shawn Michaels, for instance, but you got to give me an extra $1,000.
No, that first of all, it wouldn't be that much. It'd be like $200.
Okay.
But yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. But yeah, girls would do that. Now, how much of that is race related and how much of that is financial? Tough to say, because if you can squeeze extra money out of somebody, you're going to do it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'll be like, it's nothing on you, Sean. I'm just trying to make an extra $1 here. You know what I mean? Like, I'll fuck you in real life. These girls would be like, these girls would fuck, they're going to fuck in real life. They're just trying to make extra money. So, yeah. So who knows? It could be either one.
Okay, I've got one for you. I asked this to so many of the female entertainers, but for male talent, how do you divorce yourself from emotion? And it just, I know for men, let me just preface this. For men, sex is it can just be a physical act with no form of emotion in it whatsoever. We get that. But you're in an industry where there are very attractive women. Surely, I know it's business and it's professional. Does emotions not get into it at any point? Why
do you think there isn't? I don't understand.
because it's a professional setting and but it should be a professional setting, and your job is you're paid to do this on film, it to be edited, and that's it.
So, but that doesn't change the fact you're still having sex with someone that you're attracted to. I mean, I guess there are people that are doing things they don't want to do, but for the most part, most people are doing things that they want to do. And if they're into that, then they're going to be into it.
So I think you misinterpreted the question. I mean,
no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But sex is still, I mean, all right. Are there guys that aren't hard naturally? Sure. But for the most part, you have to be into somebody to have a hard comp.
Yes, of course. So, yes. Okay, well, all right then. So after...
listen, it's just like fucking, either you're fucking your girlfriend in the middle of the night or you're fucking her with the lights on. It's still the same. You're still having the same sex, just the lights are on, and there might be somebody 6 feet behind you or whatever. But you the more, again, I mean, you're aware of the concept of Pavlov, right? You know what his experiments were, right?
Refresh my memory. I recognize the name.
Stimulus and response. You know what I mean, with the dogs and the whistle.
Yes.
It's the same thing with sex. You start to, there's a girl here. You're supposed to be hard, so you're hard. So all of the other stuff doesn't matter because it's your job. So you're going to be ready to go no matter what. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your mind has, has conditioned yourself. Oh, I'm supposed to be hard here. I'm hard.
Yes.
So really it becomes more of an effort. You have to be into somebody in real life because the stimulus isn't there.
Muscle
Do you know what I mean?
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Isn't there? It's almost, on set is easy. Off camera, you really have to be into the person that you're with, or you wouldn't be doing it.
So,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100% agree with that, and you've explained that very well. So, off camera, where you've had that you've clearly got that physical attraction. Physically, you've connected. Pop shot's been done. She's cleaned off in the shower, and you're thinking to yourself, flipping out. She is out of this flipping world. Like, do you just say, okay, I wouldn't mind working with her again, or are you going to get her telephone number? Are you going to try and get a relationship going? Like, how? Because there's loads of these women.
But first of all, a lot of them are already in relationships. Second, you have to remember that what you see on camera isn't. They use stage names for a reason. It's because it's a fake person. So what they are on camera isn't who they are off camera. So a lot of these, just like in real life, 95% of your coworkers you wouldn't date ever under any circumstances, no matter what they look like. So that's true in porno too. Just because they're good looking and you have sex with them doesn't mean you're going to date these people. So, and again, I have 2 college degrees. I can't be dating a girl who's 19 and from Muncie, Indiana, and didn't graduate high school. I couldn't spend 10 minutes with that person off camera. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. They might be really fun in the bedroom.
Yeah.
But when you
no life experiences,
when you try to go to dinner and they don't have anything, you know what I mean? So again, it's no different than real life. I mean, it's just that you switch instead of getting to know somebody and then fucking them, you're fucking them and then getting to know them.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, in my career, there were very few, the ones that I like outside of work were few and far between. I mean, Phoenix Marie, Roxy DeVille, Lisa Ann, Asa, Kira, there were very few that I would spend, dating or even just friends were small.
So the names you've mentioned clearly had personalities.
Just lives off camera, interesting lives off camera, or Asa has a degree, and you know what I mean. People, Roxy's got a degree, and you know, people that are closer to my own age. First off, I was never into teens. I was never like, you know, a lot of guys as they get older want younger and younger women. I want less and less of those women. Like, I can't be around anyone like, I just couldn't do it. I find it intolerable. So.
Yes, I would totally agree. I don't understand the mindset of very old or older men in the 40s, 50s going for 20-year-old.
Listen, you're British. All those guys that moved to Thailand, forget. I mean, oh my God. And it's like they're like 65 and they've basically married a 19-year-old. And I'm just like, I couldn't do that in any country, much less Thailand. But yeah, it is. I mean, it's just brutal. So yeah, I was always more of girls that were my own age. So, oh, you're British. So the Rebecca Moores of the world.
Shit, yes,
the Paige Turner, Emma Butt. You know, these are the ones that I really liked more than anyone else. Louise Jensen, those kind.
With some, as I say, life experience to go with.
I mean, there's young girls that are smart too. It's just that it doesn't lend itself to porno. I mean, nobody is a sophomore at Stanford or Oxford and thinking, you know what, these biology classes just aren't challenging enough. I'm going to get into porno. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it takes a certain set of group of people to have the gumption to get on camera and do what you guys do.
You're baiting me because of what we talked about before the camera was rolling, but I'm not going to take that bait. But yeah, it does. I mean, again, it's mostly financially related, though. I mean, again, when you need money, you do a lot more things because you need money.
Indeed. And on the positive side, I mean, because of this industry.
Sure. No, you hit the nail. You're absolutely right. It's the doorway and a path to a financial future that normally would never be available for any of us. You know, especially, you know, a girl that hasn't finished high school, a guy who was a car mechanic, or so on, or a guy who is a school teacher. You know what I mean? Like, if you play your cards right, you can really live a nice life. And thankfully, I'm one of those people. So no complaints, no regrets.
Excellent. That's what we like. That's what we like to hear. That's what we definitely like to hear. Plans moving forward. I mean, you're obviously doing a lot. Is there anything new that you've got sort of?
I mean, my life doesn't change much. Like I said, I do the same number of scenes every year, no matter what, and I have for 20 years almost. So the difference is how much harder I have to work now. So the thing about transitioning from a male performer where you wake up at 9 o'clock, you get to set at 10, you do the scene, you're done by 2 at the latest, and then you got the rest of the day to work out, fuck off, do whatever it is you want to do. That's it.
Yeah.
You get a check, you go home. It's a nice life. You're making 120, 150,000 a year. You can't complain. Now you get up at 6:30. I'm on the computer till like 11.
Yeah.
Then I'm trying to grab a quick cat nap before I have to go to work and do my scene. And then sometimes I got to do another scene. And then I got to check into a hotel and check a model in and pick her up at the airport and book the scene and buy her wardrobe and bring her wardrobe and get the director on set. So that's during the day. Then I got to try to work out when I'm done. Then I got to go home and take all that footage and go back on the computer and edit and promote and webmaster and add this and add that. So the amount of the things you have to do are a lot. Now, again, it saved me. It saved me because like any business or any career or any sport, you age out of that sport.
Yeah.
New people come in, younger people, better looking people, whatever, come in. And so you slowly get phased out. So thankfully I was able to understand that the life of a male performer has a shelf life. So right at the end of my shelf life, when I moved to England, before I moved to England, I was doing 25, 30 scenes a month. I moved to England for that 1 year, moved back in 2012, and then realized I was doing 22, 19, 20, 17, 23. The scenes were going like this slowly, but you could see the writing on the wall. It was never going to go like that because I'm just getting older.
Of course.
So I realized I got to figure out what I got to change horses. And so I realized that owning your own content, your own scenes was the way to go. So I was smart in that respect, where I realized it before I was down to like doing 4 scenes a month where it's too late. So transitioning to owning your own stuff. And the good thing for me was mentally, you're learning a whole new job.
Yeah.
Because now you're a webmaster first.
Exactly.
Performing is like 10th on the list. You know what I mean? Like, it's just something I have to do in order to do my job.
Yes.
And my job is editing, promoting, webmastering, you know what I mean? Figuring out ways to make money, that sort of thing. So, so that really saved me, because mentally it refreshed me. It got me out of the
monotony.
The bubble of the business. Remember, like I said, I was a pariah. I was I was a unique figure, a lone figure in the wilderness of being someone who was considered a crossover from gay to straight, who actively did trans. So again, the being told, no, you can't, I don't want you to work with me. I don't like you. You're dangerous to my health. You might have AIDS. You're gay. You're a piece of shit. It wears on you over time. And so that's one of the reasons why I moved to England. So when I moved back, I didn't want to do it anymore. So now when you work for yourself, you're hiring all the people. So if they don't want to work with you, you just tell them to fuck off.
Yes.
And it has no effect on you anymore. So that's the best part about owning your own product, is you can tell anyone in the world, fuck off, and it doesn't affect you at all.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
One-man team doing it all. Have you thought, maybe, I mean, what you're saying, you're doing a lot, Christian.
I am.
Have you not
I work
thought
very
about,
hard.
Have you not thought about getting like an assistant to
Sure, but I'm greedy, and I want all the I got to pay that person. So I'd rather work harder and make more money than work less. Unfortunately, which is why I'm still doing all the scenes too, you know?
Yeah.
And so all of that is just because I'm greedy and I want to make all the money.
I get it.
Listen, at some point, I'm going to have to. I mean, I started to use a girl to do some admin stuff on the back end, you know what I mean? To help me out a little bit, but yeah, for the most part, it's all me. I'm a one-man band for sure.
Yeah.
I don't mind hard work. I don't mind hard work. I never have. So
because you see the results at the end.
In this business, there's a direct corollary to the harder you work, the more money you make. And so that's it? Okay, well then I can do that. So it's not like a job where you get a paycheck no matter how hard you work. You get a paycheck and you go home at 5 o'clock on Friday
and switch off.
Yeah, there is none. There's no switching off. It's really hard. Very, very, very rare have I been able to switch off.
It's challenging. It's definitely challenging, but very much rewarding as well. Very much rewarding.
It is. Like I said, I have no. I make a lot of money, and I've saved a lot of money, and I live a very stress-free life. I hate stress. I don't deal well with stress, so I try to eliminate it at every turn. And so that's why I'm not married. I don't have any kids. Do
you have a desire to have children, to procreate?
No, none.
Okay.
Never have my whole life. I've never wanted to do either. It's neither of those are ever going to happen. But so it's been easy to save money, and when you save money, that eliminates the number one reason to have to be stressed out. And so, I just, like I said, I just live a stress-free life, and that's the best kind of life, in my opinion.
So, Christian, when you say you live a stress-free life, are you saying, are you as they say, free and single. What is it? Free and single and mingling and all that stuff?
No. I have a girlfriend. She's behind that curtain right there and listening to every word. So I've had a
Okay.
girlfriend for about 2 years. She's not in the business. She's a, as they call you, a civilian.
A civilian, yes.
She is, and you can see her on my Instagram. She's in a bunch of pictures. She's a Hawaiian girl who's very tall and beautiful, and she likes to travel too, so that's always good. But
travel bug. Let's get into some of that as we kind of wind down. I don't want to take up too much of
you
your
can
time.
You can take up. I got nothing to do.
So let's talk about the travel element, because you did say you have traveled. Your passport has been tatted up very well.
I had to get a new one. I had to get a new one. They filled it up, added pages to it, and I still filled it up. They're like, you got to get a new passport. So yeah, one of the countries complained. I can't remember where it was. Like, you got to get a new passport.
So what are some of the destinations that you've that are memorable?
Well, remember, when you're single and never been married, then you don't have anything to hold you back. So you can go anywhere at any time, basically. Yeah. Second, there are models all over the world. There are places to film all over the world. Yes. So I realized that pretty early. So I was always like, hey, I would always reach out to people. Do you ever need an American performer? Do you need anybody? So I've shot scenes in Canada, Mexico, Thailand, Japan, Russia, England, Netherlands, Spain, Germany, France, Italy. Yeah, Italy. Although that wasn't, I went with Phoenix Marie to Rome, and we just did some content in our hotel room. But Budapest, Prague, Czech Republic, Hungary, I've been to many countries, Argentina, Brazil.
South America, of course. Yeah, that's on your doorstep. What about the Caribbean, as y'all say?
I've been there, but I haven't done any scenes there. I just took a cruise, and that was a vacation cruise where we didn't, with an ex, so I didn't shoot there, but I've been to all those countries.
Yeah.
I've had a chicken roti in Jamaica.
The rotis, yes.
And so, by the way, I don't know if you saw, did you see where Prince
Harry
went there and they were like, no thanks. Like, no thanks. Sorry, Colonial. Get out.
No more colonial rule over here, sir.
I got a kick out of that. I thought that was really funny for some reason. I don't know.
It's about time, Christian, to be fair. It is about time. Yeah. There was a few years back, maybe 5-6 years back, they wanted to give them like 20 million to build a brand new prison over in Jamaica. It's like, well, why wouldn't you give them like 20 million for them to buy and to build new roads or houses or something,
or a football stadium at the very least, right?
Exactly, some leisure facility. Exactly. Yeah.
I guess maybe a cricket stadium they'd rather have there, but
it's very interesting. But it's all part of this wonderful world. It's it's tumultuous. It can be terrifying for some. But if you can find your way and put some plans in place and, have a good circle around you and have, an ever changing defined plan, maybe.
Well, saving money is the big thing. If you save your money, your life is going to be so much easier. No matter how much you make, you can always live cheaper. No matter what. I mean, my first year in the business, I was pretty broke, which is why I got in the business. I rented a room for $800. I was only making $300-400 a scene. And I basically would just eat top ramen, drink water, work out, and just sit in my room and read books and just try to save money. So if you're making 5,000 and spending 3, you know what I mean? Or making 10,000 and spending 8, you're still saving 2,000. You can figure out a way to save money no matter how much you make or don't make, in my opinion. So once you save money, get yourself a nest egg, get the ball rolling. It makes life so much easier. So that's always been my thing, is figuring out ways to save money.
I definitely would co-sign and agree on that, sir. with the us being in a Gregorian year of 2022, what are your thoughts on the old crypto? Have you dabbled in that? In any?
No, you know, first of all, I hate to sound like an old boomer, but I'm a Warren Buffett guy, and so Warren Buffett and Elon Musk too. The financial strategy is you only buy things
Tangible.
that you want to hold for 5 years or more. It's companies you believe in, and so crypto, Bitcoin, there's nothing. It doesn't produce any revenue. It's not like owning a land or an apartment building or a good or a service. So it's tough to change your mindset to that.
Yeah.
I have $500 of Ethereum and like 1,500 of Bitcoin just so I can keep track of where it's at.
Yeah. That's kind of tester kind of thing.
It is, but my stock strategy is I buy stuff and I've held it as forever. So Coca-Cola, Amazon, and the things that I use or believe in, Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, Airbnb, Honda. These are companies that I own. Walgreens, Boots, things like that. Big companies. Those are the things that I own. Because I'm not selling. I never sell anything, to be honest. I just buy and hold it.
Best thing to do. Well, how about the old tangibles, i.e., gold, silver?
It's funny. My ex bought a bunch of gold because just in case there was like an apocalypse,
exactly,
where computers crashed and the world ended, you had to have gold bullion. I thought like that's a fun scenario to envision. But then she had like all these like gold bars, and I'm like, who wants to like? What are you going to put in a safety deposit? That just I don't know. Like maybe if I could buy like a gold index, I would do it. But I don't know if I'm just going to buy gold bars. Like I was holding them for her for a while, and I was like, this is stupid. So yeah, I don't own any gold or silver, like rare coins. You know what I mean? Silver coins.
Yeah.
No, I don't have any of that. I know the British love their coins.
Definitely. But, coins and stamps. I'm thoroughly into coins and stamps.
Well, England's fun because you have the 1p, the 2p, the 5, the 10, the 20, the 50, the 1 and the 2.
Yep.
So you got 9 different coins. So it does make Coinstar a fun experience because you collect so many coins on a weekly, monthly basis. God, I can't imagine the jars of coins people must have in their house there,
2 to 3 foot high jars I've seen in people's homes.
Yeah, I'm sure. And it's got to be so fucking heavy you can't carry it anywhere. Because I keep all the currency from all the countries I've been to. I keep it all. I have it all in like a thing. So I have a baggie full of my peas, and going to Coinstar, it takes you're just like lugging this giant bag of shit. So, but I find that fun. I don't know about you, but I find it, it's not cathartic, I guess is maybe a word, where you take all the coins you have in your life and throw it in Coinstar and turn it into like currency.
Yes.
I think that's just I love it. I think it's fun. So you put it in in your car, you have all those coins, like a jar of coins in your car. You turn it into $20. I was like, oh, it's just, why not? I don't know. It's a weird thing of mine that I just enjoy doing. So.
No, I totally understand it. But one thing you want to do is, if you have the inclination, is to check out, because there are defects in regards to some of the coins that are struck. So if you can find some defected coins,
who's got the time to do that? When you can just go to Tesco and just get rid of it. There's a Coinstar in Tesco right there, or the Sainsbury's or whatever. So I know there's defects, but I can't be bought. I don't got time to look at that. It's fun. Yeah, no thanks.
You say that, you do say that, but I think what we know, 2020, late 2020 or 2021, there was a £2 coin. There was, I think, 20 of them, not 20, I think it was a bigger run. I think there was about 50 of them struck with an incorrect date or something on there. And they were worth, I think they were worth 20,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
I know there's a TikToker that goes through all his coins and lets you, there's a TikTok guy that does that for a living where he looks for defects. And I was like, man, he wears these rubber gloves and he's doing like an auction and he's going through rolls of quarters. And it's just like, man, I like coins, but not that much.
Exactly.
Not that much.
That sounds like to the extreme, sir.
Woo, god damn. Spending your life looking for, 2 arrows instead of 3 in an eagle's claw. It's like, oh god. Get
yourself some silver dollar rounds. That should be more than enough for you. Simple as. Or some Canadian maple leaves.
In Vegas, when you play blackjack, and you get a blackjack, it pays 3-2 or 6-5.
Mm-hmm.
So if you bet $2, you win $3.50, or bet $3, you win $4.50, or whatever. So they have 50-cent pieces that they give you sometimes. So there's a ton of 50-cent pieces running around Vegas. So if you get change at like grocery stores or convenience stores, they give you 50-cent pieces. So there's a lot more, which are rare. It's like a rare, it's not, the dollar and 50-cent pieces in the US are rare, but they are out there because you're in Vegas. So, because everyone's gambling. So they are kind of cool to have the 50-cent pieces because they're kind of lucky, I think. But there you go. There's our coin related discussion.
Definitely, sir.
Your subscribers have been like yawning.
No, not at all.
Talk about the porno some more. Fucking A, enough with your coin talk.
No, not
what do you want to hear? You want to hear some bloopers? What do you want? You want to hear something porn related? I got you.
You know what? I think Christian. I think we will save that for a roundup to get really deep into that element of it. I wanted for our initial conversation.
I love talking about bloopers. It's my favorite part. Anyway, go on.
No, that's all good. No, we're definitely gonna have a roundup on this. We'll definitely have a roundup on this. I've got 2 last ones for you.
Sure.
First one is, have you had fun today, sir?
Sure. Yeah. No, this is a good interview.
Excellent.
I love talking with. Listen, I love the Brits. I love my Brits. So I'm always one of my best friends in the world. She's British, so I speak to her as much as I can. So
perfect.
Love it.
So you're an American who understands the British language, the British tones. Then,
of course, as much as I can. I mean, as much as I can. What's the show that Keith Lemon used to have a show 10 years ago. What was it, like something about Squeezed or something? I don't know.
People. I know the guy you're talking about.
You learned a lot of like the British stuff out of that because there was always a lot of slang and a lot of like interesting terms. So yeah, of course.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. Have you got plans to come back to the UK?
Yeah, I was supposed to come back in December. I come back all the time. I was supposed to go back in December, right when Omicron hit.
Oh, sure.
And England was like, "Hey, you want to come back? Sure, but once you get here, you have to sit in your hotel room for 48 hours. Then we're going to test you.
Yeah.
Then if your test is okay, then the trains weren't working or whatever, and it was like it was going to be impossible to get models to shoot.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna push it back. So I saved my flight. I'm a gold member of BA. So
excellent.
I have all my stuff. So I'll be coming back this year. I just don't know when. I've got to figure it out. I usually do like 2 weeks at a time. My best friend who's not in porno lives in London as well. He's a stockbroker in London. So I go visit him. And then, like I said, one of my best friends, she lives out in the Midlands, near Peterborough, out there.
Yeah,
I mean, like
flatlands.
I mean, like it's one of those ones where you take a train to a cab,
yes,
to a stop, and then you're like, she's picking you up. I mean, it's fucking out there. So it's not, you know what I mean? Like getting to her place from England, you fly to England, you take the train to the Heathrow Express to King's Row or to King's Cross.
That's it.
King's Cross to another train to Huntingdon or Peterborough, and then another. Then you're trying to catch a cab. Yeah, it's like I took my ex there once, and she's like, "What are we doing? Like, where are you taking?" It's like the fucking Amazing Race, just getting to her house, and then she lives in a country house. It's fantastic to get away.
I bet it is up them neck of the
out
woods.
there.
Yeah,
it is out there. You got to, where you're like legally required to own horses.
And,
what the best thing about living out there is that the restaurants out there, the Sunday roast.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I mean, they do it right. The Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah.
They got
the gravy.
They have it all. The peas. They don't. There's no skimping on the Sunday roast. So you get a really authentic, and of course the full English.
Yep.
You know, both of those English staples are really like the.
Christian knows his stuff, man.
The blood sausage, they're doing it right. They're not fucking around. It's not like the one you get in London where it's like, you know, for tourists.
Of course, definitely not. Yeah, man, you would definitely have some fun memories.
I do. Like I said, London's my favorite city in the world. So,
indeed, sir. Very last one for you, Christian.
Sure.
Please tell us who you are, but don't tell us your name.
I'm a guy who has a lot of jobs for about 2 minutes, and then the rest of the time I always end up naked for about 25 more, and that's my life every day.
Christian, it's been a very interesting, funny, enlightening conversation. I'm pretty sure you've dispelled many myths in regards to who you are as a person and male talent. We most definitely have to catch up again, most definitely, and go into a bit more of the your specific industry. Let's get into your industry. As I said, I wanted to ease them in on this particular first introduction.
I thought you wanted to talk about football tactics, whether we're doing a 4-4-2 or a 1-5-3. What are we doing? So yeah, we'll do that next time too.
Most definitely. Social media wise, do you want to throw just your website and social media stuff out?
Well, my main site's pure-ts.com, and I don't do a ton of Twitter anymore. Now my Instagram's CXWow and the number 1. And so that's basically the two that I talk about.
No problem at all. I will make sure I put links below in the description. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. And if this is the first time you've stumbled across Christian, most definitely check out some of his content. It's across many genres. So depending on what genre you are into, there is something there for you.
There is, definitely.
This episode is sponsored by Supreme of the UK. Click the link in the description and support the broadcast.